Hey friends, welcome back. Today we're diving into a cocktail that was made for day drinking, the Marianito. It's the Basque Country take on the Negroni. It's lighter, super tasty, and packed with history, and I simply want to show you why it deserves to be known outside its birthplace. So let's get into it. So the Marianito itself doesn't have such a strong and precise history. We don't really know when, where, or who created it, but when I said it has a very rich history, it's because it's part of something bigger in Spain. When I first moved here, I was really intrigued and surprised when I was walking down the streets around 1 in the afternoon and seeing already all sorts of people, from retired people to young professionals, already on terraces with a drink in their hands. Well, I realized later that this is a social ritual called la Hora del vermú, which literally translates to the vermouth hour, and it's very important here in Spain. It happens between 12 and 2:30 in the afternoon, and it's literally a get-together with your friends where you have a drink or two with a small bite, and it allows you to wait until the bigger meal later in the afternoon. So obviously you see that a lot more during the weekends. It's almost a religion on Sundays, but it also happens on working days. So at first I was really amused by it, but then I realized it is just like a super important social ritual, and I actually really like it. So the history of la Hora del vermú and how the Marianito was incorporated into that goes a little bit like this. In the late 19th century, vermouth spreads in Spain via Italian influence, notably from Turin, and it went from a medicinal tonic to a commercial aperitif. And that's during that time that you see the first vermouth houses and tavern appearing. By the early 20th century, vermouth becomes massively popular in urban Spain, and that's when la Hora del vermú emerges as a habit tied to daily schedule, kind of like a meeting point before lunch. The vermouth was usually simply served on the rocks with a slice of orange and olive, and it stayed like that for a little more than half a century. But in the 1970s, apparently, that's when things would have started to evolve a little bit, and when the Marianito as a cocktail had been integrated to la Hora del vermú. So there's two different stories about how it was created, and both stories are apparently tied to Bilbao in the Basque Country. So the first one would be that the two most popular vermouth companies back then was Martini and Cinzano, and allegedly they would have tried to make a cocktail name blending these two company names together, but that doesn't make much sense, because if you take the beginning of Martini and the end of Cinzano, it sounds like Martinsano, not like Marianito. So for me, this story doesn't cut it. On the other hand, the second one makes a little bit more sense, but again, I'm not sure if we can believe in it, because to me, it really sounds a little bit too much like the story of how we started to name the old-fashioned. But like the saying goes, never let the truth get in the way of a good story, so here it is. Actually, it's not that good of a story, but that's what it is. Allegedly, in the early 20th century, there would have been this local at a bar in Bilbao named Mariano, who liked his vermouth like the other ones, served on the rocks with a slice of orange and an olive, but with the addition of bitters. And this would have become quite popular amongst other locals, so they started to order it as the Marianito, kind of saying, serve me a vermouth the way Mariano likes it. Over the years, people kept on playing with this idea to serve vermouth in a fancier way, and the recipe that kind of stuck today and became pretty much the standard for a Marianito preparado has two more ingredients, and that's when it really starts to sound like a vermouth forward Negroni, and that's the one we're gonna make today. So now, the booze. So first we're gonna need, obviously, some sweet vermouth, then we're gonna need Campari, gin, and Angostura. The Marianito is all about the vermouth, so obviously making the right choice here is key. My favorite for the Marianito is something that's bold but also bright and juicy at the same time, so feel free to experiment with your favorite vermouth, but my personal favorite, if you want a recommendation, is Chimista. It is from the Basque Country, so totally relevant in this case, but what makes it really good for Marianito is the fact that it's made out of chocolate, which is the Basque wine appellation known for its minerality and brightness, so it makes a great and refreshing Marianito. Now for the Campari, it needs to be Campari in my opinion, but if you want to go crazy, do as you wish. For the gin, a good traditional gin is really nice, but it also works actually pretty nicely with something citrus forward or something even floral. I tried it with Roku lately and it was really nice. For the Angostura, same as for the Campari, for me it's irreplaceable, so I recommend you stick with it. So now, let's build. So this drink is built right into the glass, and we start with 2.5 ounces of sweet vermouth into our glass. Next we add half an ounce of gin, half an ounce of Campari, and 2 healthy dashes of Angostura. Now we just fill our glass with cubed ice. With a spoon, we're gonna give it a brief stir to chill and combine. Express the orange zest across the top for the oils, and garnish with the zest and an olive on a pick. So there you have it, the Marianito. Cheers. So the Marianito is honestly becoming my new favorite vermouth forward cocktail, and while it just sounds like a vermouth for Negroni, I feel like it's way more than that. It's complex, it's unique, and it's absolutely crushable. Now the gin adds a lot to the drink, so it adds a little bit of body and makes you feel like you're not having just a plain glass of vermouth served on the rocks. The little bitterness added by the Campari, while being subtle, really adds a lot. It dries the cocktail a little bit, and it's really pleasant. Now, a couple of dashes of Ango in a drink is rarely a bad idea, so overall we have something completely unique and absolutely beautiful. Now, if you come here in the Basque Country and want to have this drink in a bar, you should ask for a Marianito preparado, because if you just ask for a Marianito, chances are you will just receive a glass of vermouth with ice and a slice of orange and an olive. So a Marianito preparado is what you have to ask for. So my friends, this is it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, to turn the bell if you want to make sure not to miss the next one. And until then, thank you very much again. Have a great day, and see you very soon. Cheers. So good.